Today our topic is the best lessons from the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher. His book, Meditations, is a collection of his personal thoughts and reflections. It was never meant to be published, but it has become one of the most important books in philosophy. It teaches us how to live a good life, how to handle challenges, and how to find peace in a chaotic world. Let's explore some of the best lessons from this timeless work. First, Marcus Aurelius teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. Life is full of things we cannot change: other people's opinions, the weather, or the past. But we can control our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. When we waste energy worrying about things we cannot control, we become frustrated and unhappy. Instead, we should focus on what is within our power. For example, if someone insults us, we cannot control their words, but we can control how we respond. We can choose to stay calm and not let their words affect us. This is a powerful lesson because it helps us avoid unnecessary stress and live with more peace. Another important lesson is to accept everything that happens as part of nature. Marcus Aurelius believed that everything in the universe is connected and happens for a reason. Even the things that seem bad, like failure, loss, or pain, are a part of a larger plan. When we resist what happens, we suffer more. But when we accept life as it is, we find inner strength. For example, if we lose a job, instead of being angry or sad, we can accept it and see it as an opportunity to grow or try something new. This mindset helps us face challenges with courage and grace. Marcus Aurelius also reminds us that life is short and we should not waste it. He often thought about death, not to be morbid, but to remind himself to live fully. He believed that every day is a gift, and we should use our time wisely. We should not spend our lives chasing wealth, fame, or pleasure, because these things do not last. Instead, we should focus on being good people, helping others, and doing meaningful work. This lesson is especially important in today's world, where we are often distracted by social media, TV, or other unimportant things. Marcus Aurelius teaches us to focus on what truly matters. Another key lesson is to practice gratitude. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the things he was grateful for: his health, his family, and even the challenges that made him stronger. He believed that gratitude helps us appreciate what we have instead of always wanting more. When we are grateful, we feel happier and more content. For example, instead of complaining about a rainy day, we can be grateful for the water that helps plants grow. Gratitude changes the way we see the world and helps us find joy in small things. Marcus Aurelius also teaches us to be humble. Even though he was an emperor, he never let power go to his head. He believed that everyone is equal and that no one is better than anyone else. He reminded himself to treat everyone with kindness and respect, no matter their status. This is a valuable lesson for all of us. In a world where people often compete and compare themselves to others, Marcus Aurelius reminds us to stay humble and focus on being good people. Another important lesson is to stay calm in difficult situations. Marcus Aurelius faced many challenges: wars, betrayals, and personal losses. But he always tried to stay calm and think clearly. He believed that our minds are powerful and that we can choose how we react to problems. For example, if something goes wrong at work, instead of panicking, we can take a deep breath and think about the best way to solve the problem. This lesson is very useful in our daily lives. When we stay calm, we make better decisions and avoid unnecessary stress. Marcus Aurelius also teaches us to be kind and help others. He believed that we are all connected and that helping others is one of the most important things we can do. He often reminded himself to be patient with people, even when they were difficult. For example, if someone is rude to us, instead of being angry, we can try to understand why they are acting that way. Maybe they are going through a hard time. When we are kind, we not only help others but also feel better about ourselves. Another lesson from Meditations is to focus on the present moment. Marcus Aurelius believed that the past is gone, and the future is uncertain. The only thing we truly have is the present. When we focus on the present, we can fully enjoy life and do our best. For example, if we are spending time with friends or family, we should focus on that moment instead of worrying about work or other problems. This lesson is similar to mindfulness, which is a popular practice today. It helps us live more fully and appreciate the beauty of life. Marcus Aurelius also teaches us to be disciplined and work hard. He believed that life is not easy, but we should face it with strength and determination. He often reminded himself to do his best, even when he did not feel like it. For example, if we have a difficult task at work or school, instead of giving up, we can push ourselves to finish it. This lesson is important because it helps us achieve our goals and become better people. Another important lesson is to avoid complaining. Marcus Aurelius believed that complaining does not solve problems and only makes us feel worse. Instead of complaining, we should focus on finding solutions. For example, if we are stuck in traffic, instead of getting angry, we can use that time to listen to music or think about something positive. This mindset helps us stay positive and handle challenges better. Marcus Aurelius also teaches us to be honest and true to ourselves. He believed that we should always act with integrity and not pretend to be someone we are not. He often reminded himself to stay true to his values, no matter what others thought. This lesson is important because it helps us live authentically and with confidence. When we are honest with ourselves and others, we build trust and respect. Another key lesson is to focus on our own actions and not judge others. Marcus Aurelius believed that we cannot control what others do, but we can control our own behavior. Instead of judging or criticizing others, we should focus on improving ourselves. For example, if someone makes a mistake, instead of blaming them, we can think about how we can do better. This mindset helps us grow and become better people. Finally, Marcus Aurelius teaches us to find peace within ourselves. He believed that true happiness comes from inside, not from external things like money or fame. He often reflected on his own thoughts and worked on improving his character. This lesson is very important in today's world, where we are often distracted by material things. When we focus on our inner peace, we find true happiness and contentment. In conclusion, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius is a treasure trove of wisdom. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, accept life as it is, and live with gratitude and humility. It reminds us to stay calm, be kind, and focus on the present moment. It encourages us to work hard, avoid complaining, and be true to ourselves. Most importantly, it shows us that true happiness comes from within. These lessons are timeless and can help us live better lives, no matter where we are or what challenges we face.